So tonight we're doing everyone's favorite. Well, I think it's everyone's favorite. We're doing Japanese curry, and the Japanese curry is a favorite in our family for sure. But it seems to be a crowd pleaser and something that basically everybody loves. So I've got my ingredients all arranged for you. Start with the chicken. We're going to do this with chicken. You can do chicken or beef, but we're going with chicken. Yeah, so we got carrots, potatoes, onions, celery, bell pepper, and we decided to go with the serrano because we like it just with a little bit of heat. And as you can see, we chose to go with the hot golden curry tonight. So along with that, a couple of the other things that we'll be needing is just basic oil to get going, salt and pepper for seasoning. On the chicken, and kind of in the sauce later, we're going to be making use of sesame oil. We got the soy sauce, Worcester, garlic, and then this is a little spicy curry powder that my wife picked up from the Japanese store, so we're just going to go with that. The thing about Japanese curry is that you're really free to kind of add in a little bit of this and a little bit of that, whatever you have in the kitchen, because it's kind of I hate to use this word, but it's kind of a fusion dish anyways. So as long as you kind of, go with the basic core, I think you'll be okay. And the other thing I want to say is that here we got the best thing of all, the Zojirushi. This thing is my baby. This is my rice cooker. I think this is such an important thing. This is like my joy. So kind of pull right up. I want you to see if you can get the audio for this. To get things going, we gotta grab our oil and our chickie, and we're gonna start here. We got a nice little Dutch oven to go with. My biggest trouble is always trying to keep this within the realm of like a dish for 2 people. Whenever I'm making this, I'm constantly somehow ending up making it for 8 people. So if we can kind of keep it all within something this size, I think my wife and I are going to be happy with that without too many leftovers. So the first thing that we're going to do is try and get a good sear on the chicken. Let's get some heat under there. Kind of let this get hot, but I'll put in a little bit of oil right now, just enough to cover the surface for now. Okay. Then what I've done with the chicken is cubed it up. Usually with this curry, for some reason both my wife and I like it really chunky. Put it all in there. When you want to get a good sear on one side, probably the best tool you can reach for is tongs. That way you can flip it. Kind of give each of these space to get some heat on them. We're starting to get some heat under there. At this point I'm just going to salt and pepper. That's basic kind of cooking 101. And then I'm going to flip these. Yeah, that's looking good. Turn down the heat a little bit. We're definitely cooking at this point. Give those a few minutes.
This would be great at a campsite.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's such a, it's kind of a one-pot dish, right? It's a one-pot dish that's like super, I don't know, warming to the heart and soul.
I mean, the rice would be a consideration, but this would be a great stew for a campsite.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would drive the neighbors crazy.
Yeah. You could do instant rice too. I mean, it wouldn't be.
We've seen it done.
Yeah, but I'm gonna salt a little bit on this side too. But I think that's looking fantastic. So we got the right amount of color, I think, on the chicken and in the pan. So at this point, I'm going to take this chicken out, and then we're going to bring in the vegetables. And we're going to bring this chicken back in later, but we got the nice bits of flavor on the pan. As my wife likes to say, or she was just saying, it's about building up layers of flavor, right? And this pan is certainly collecting that.
Really, Dutch ovens are really good at keeping the fond, the caramelized juices in the bottom of the pan.
Okay, perfect. So now we're just going to throw in all our vegetables. I think they'll all go in at the same time, and we'll just go from there.
You like a lot of vegetables.
Yeah, clearly. Give that a good mix.
Very good.
I'm going to give some of those vegetables time to kind of sit on the bottom and add some flavor as well, and then keep stirring. I would like to say, like, curry, for me, it can be quick, but I don't know why you'd really rush this dish. Like, to me, this is a dish that you put your love into, and you let it take time to develop. And if you're in a hurry to make curry, I don't know, go and buy curry. But if you're making it, this is something that's going to take some time. I think, this is easily going to take an hour or so in my book, start to finish. But yeah, so it's looking like our vegetables have done their part and given a lot of flavor down into the bottom of our little Dutch oven here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I think what we're going to do at this point is we're going to throw the chicken back in, and then we're going to throw basically our overall spices and some more flavoring in. So let's just throw this back in. Okay, we'll mix this up in a second. But I'm going to grab all of these things here. This is going to be for finishing later. This is you add mustard and ketchup at the end. But we're going to put a little bit of sesame oil, mainly for flavor. At this point, we're going to make use of this spicy curry powder, Worcester, and garlic. So we'll come on over. And I think there's what do you think there is? Like a teaspoon and a half? Tablespoon and a half. And we'll just throw that in here.
Maybe not even that.
Yeah.
Just a tablespoon.
Gosh, it has such a wonderful smell. Go for some garlic powder. I'm going to be pretty heavy-handed with that because I love garlic. And then we showed you a different soy sauce in the beginning, but that was kind of more of a dark soy sauce, which is generally for color more than flavor. But I think we're going to just use a basic normal soy sauce in here at this point. Okay. And add our sesame oil in. There's not a lot. So we're just going to throw that. It's powerful, so be careful, but that's probably a perfect...
Teaspoon and a half.
Yeah.
2 teaspoons, probably. Okay. It looks like there's a lot more than there is.
Yeah. So we're going to mix this all together. Let these flavors get to know each other. Let's take a look. Right now, you see all of that.
Beautiful
you see all that
development.
That's our beautiful, beautiful fawn. Okay, so we gotta kind of bring that up and integrate it with everything else. So we're gonna put the stock in, but before we do that, we're gonna add in some biru.
What's that?
Biru.
Right there.
Modelo biru.
Okay.
And this is, you can use wine or a beer, a light beer, sake,
Medium.
yeah, anything a little bit alcoholic. And this is going to allow us to bring all these flavors up and into the dish itself and into the meat and vegetables. And I'm kind of done using this for right now. We're going to kind of use something like this and get all that flavor up off the bottom and really kind of push along the bottom of the...
Oh, look at the color. It's already curry.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't it? And you can feel it. You can feel how much more you need to kind of scrape along the bottom. But this scraping is what, turns it from a mediocre dish to a 10. Okay. So I think we got a lot of it up off the bottom. At this point, we're just going to put some stock in there. Because this is very beautiful homemade stock. It has a little bit of salt in there, so we're going to strain it. That is flavor, but we're going to make sure this is just about the stock here.
Good.
So we're going to let that kind of go for a while. And I think in just a few minutes, then I'm going to integrate the actual golden curry. At that point, that's one of the last steps before a little bit more flavor. But I just want to make sure before I put in the curry that my vegetables, like the potatoes and carrots, are fully cooked. And once
the chicken too.
Yeah, for sure. I think the chicken is done. But yeah, make sure that everything's fully cooked, and then we'll put the curry in.
What you think, Mimi? Do you want people to Mimi scribe? You want to Mimi scribe? No? You don't want them to? You don't care? Alright, I guess y'all are off the hook. Oh, maybe. You want to Mimi scribe? No, it's okay. Alright, how about you, Howard? Do you want people to subscribe? No, not really. No, y'all are definitely off the hook today, so don't worry about subscribing. It's okay.
We just checked the potatoes, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to just check. These potatoes are what I'm most concerned with. I think the carrots are fine, but just stab a potato. Perfect. I don't want them to kind of disintegrate into this or lose their character. So at this point, it's only been about 15-ish minutes that it's all been boiling together. And I'm going to basically at this point just add in the golden curry. I don't think we're going to need both of these. I think we're only going to need one of these packets.
Let's show the people what they're all about.
Yeah. And now something that I highly recommend after doing golden curry for a long time is chopping these little briquettes up. I think it helps the briquettes or the curry integrate a lot faster. It can take a while if you don't do this, so I highly recommend just small little... Go ahead. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll go across the other way. There we go.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Yeah, don't do upside down.
I know.
Okay, but that's kind of how I like it to look. And then come over here, throw these all in, and we'll stir those up. A few others I just gotta collect real quick. And I'm just gonna stir this in. And the thing about this curry is I think it needs time to really integrate as well. This is going to be really thick. I do want to add just a little bit more water. Not a lot, but a little bit. So I'm going to get a cup real quick and put a little bit more in. Because it's thick already, but it's going to get a lot thicker with that curry. So just 1 cup in here. And now I think I'm going to give this about 10 more minutes to kind of integrate, and I think we're going to be perfect. See, some of that curry is building up there.
Sticking everywhere.
Yeah, it's sticking
But
everywhere.
it's a nice consistency. It's the thickest you've ever made it.
Yeah, yeah. And that can be personal as to how thick you like it. When I've looked at the history of this dish, it's different across Japan as to some places do it in a very soupy, thin kind of way, and some keep it very thick. So this is going to be up to you how you want to do it, and we'll see how this goes.
Give it a taste and
Yeah.
tell me what you think it needs.
Right now?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It-
Use that sleeve. It's okay.
It might be. Hold on.
Just taste the broth.
Hold on. I want to do an actual tasting spoon for that. I think it's going to be really thick right now. That's why I want to give it a little bit of time. Yeah, actually, for me, it's almost too thick at this point.
Okay.
So,
Some more water.
yeah, so I'm going to give it more water.
It's about 12 ounces of water, y'all.
Okay. It's been 10 minutes, and we're looking fantastic. I think this is looking picture perfect. I think it's going to be amazing. But let's do a final taste test. Oh my gosh. That is so amazing. That is perfect. It's not too salty. No. Okay. So what you saw earlier is that I had brought these along. Honestly, this is tasting so good that I don't feel like it needs any more umami that this tomato might bring, or kind of spice or leveling from the mustard. This is coming out one of the best curries that we've ever made. So at this point, I'm just going to turn it off. One thing that I like to do, I don't think everyone likes to do this, but I definitely like to let this kind of cool down even more. So I wouldn't serve this, even though I consider this done at this point, and the rice is done and everything's ready to go. I wouldn't serve it right now. I want to give it just 5-10 more minutes to cool off, come down to temperature. Not room temperature. It's still going to be quite warm in like 5 or 10 minutes, and I think that is the best time to serve it. So we'll show what that looks like in a few.
Why don't you move the pot? I know that's off.
Yeah.
Move the pot over.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
Grab the-
Yeah. No, that's not a bad idea at all.
And that way, you're on a cold surface.
Yeah.
It's not gonna get cold necessarily.
No,
but
it's not.
The flavors will like calm down and get even better.
Absolutely. We're perfectly ready. We've got our bowls ready. I'm gonna pull this out. I think definitely gotta serve yourself the rice first. Put the rice in there. The way I love to do it is, let me fluff the rice a little bit here.
I'm telling y'all, get yourself one of these. It's worth it.
Worth every penny. So the way that I was gonna say that I like to do this is I like to set up the rice on one side and the curry on the other. I'm gonna do my bowl and I'll let Andrea do hers how she would like.
We'll just show yours.
Yeah.
No way.
But I like to put it about half and half. Okay. Come on over here. And again, we've tasted this already, so we know it's amazing. I think that looks like a perfect plate right there.